Good evening and welcome to the 2019 swearing-in ceremony for Clackamas County elected officials. I'm Karen Brisbin, Clackamas County Justice of the Peace, presiding as a judge in the Justice Court for the county. Let me begin by welcoming our elected officials and other dignitaries, members of the public, and families and friends of those who are being sworn in tonight. This ceremony is airing live on Clackamas County Government Channel tonight and will be rebroadcast over the next several weeks on the Government Channel. County staff will be taking photographs during the ceremony, and at the conclusion of the ceremony, additional formal photos will be taken of the elected officials. You're invited to stay and visit and enjoy refreshments in the back while the formal photos are being taken. This evening, 5 officials will take the oath of office. They will be called up individually, and after signing the oath of office and a quick photo, each will give a few brief remarks. The 5 are County Clerk Sherry Hall, County Assessor Tami Little, County Treasurer Brian Nava, County Commissioner Paul Savas, County Commissioner Sonya Fischer. We will begin with County Clerk Sherry Hall, who will join me now. Please raise your right hand. I, Sherry Hall, having been duly elected to the office of Clackamas County Clerk, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
I will faithfully and honorably perform the duties of Clackamas County Clerk
of Clackamas County Clerk
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Brisbin. It's an honor to be elected to a 5th term as county clerk by the voters of Clackamas County. I'm encouraged by their trust, and I take great pride in this profession. I also want to thank my staff, who serve the public very well and often receive compliments from citizens for their work, their dedication, and their great customer service. To everyone being sworn in here tonight, I congratulate you in winning your election. And I look forward to being a part of the team and working with you as the elected officials of Clackamas County. I believe all divisions of the clerk's office should be accurate, efficient, courteous, convenient, and people-friendly. Election security is a top priority because voters must be assured that their ballots are safe and confident that their vote counts. This is one of the reasons why I spearheaded the initiative to install 25 new outdoor ballot drop boxes around the county. Boxes that provide enhanced security, increased capacity, better visibility, and superior access to voters. We have a responsibility to assure the security and safety of the ballot box. And new ballot boxes would not have been possible without the approval and support of the Board of County Commissioners. So thank you, Commissioners, for helping to make this happen. And people out there are so excited about these boxes, it's a little hard to believe. There's a brand new one in Boring where there's never been one before, and it's very visible when you're driving on the main highway. And I had a man come up to me last week at a meeting asking if it's okay if he brings a bucket of water and washes it every so often if it's dirty. So they're very important. I want to share a quote from President Ronald Reagan, who said, For this nation to remain true to its principles, we cannot allow any American's vote to be denied, diluted, or defiled. The right to vote is the crown jewel of American liberties, and we will not see its luster diminished. This is a great principle for which I will continue to hold close to my heart as I continue to serve the voters of Clackamas County. And one last thought, I'm very thankful to be sworn in tonight as Clackamas County Clerk rather than Broward County, Florida, Supervisor of Elections. We heard about them, right? Okay. Yay, Oregon, with the election laws we have in place in our state to protect all of our elections. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sherry. And now I know there's electricity in the air for Miss Tami Little, our new county assessor, first election. Please raise your right hand. I, Tami Little,
I, Tami Little,
have been duly elected to the office Okay, let's go back here. Let's start over.
Tami Little was right.
I, Tami Little,
I, Tami Little,
having been duly elected
to
the office of Clackamas County Assessor,
the office of Clackamas County Assessor,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
I will faithfully and honorably
I will faithfully and honorably
perform the duties
perform the duties
of Clackamas County Assessor
of Clackamas County Assessor
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. I got going on the wrong line there, I think.
Thank you, Judge Brisbin, and thank you to everyone here tonight. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very grateful to Clackamas County residents for giving me the opportunity to serve as the assessor for the next 2 years. I'd also like to thank our former assessor and our commissioners for their confidence in me. I never imagined running for a public office, and it was quite an experience. It was a big challenge, and sometimes it was exhausting. One of the things I enjoyed the most was meeting people around the county and talking with them. A quote that I heard over 20 years ago by Helen Keller says, "Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement." Staying focused on a positive attitude and being grateful has helped me many times in tough situations, including through this campaign. I really want to express my appreciation to so many people that gave me incredible help and support, from family to friends, coworkers, and new acquaintances. I believe it was a grassroots effort and word of mouth that was so effective. And I really want to thank Jan specifically because his help and support really made the difference in my being able to get through this experience. I'm very humbled by it all, very appreciative, and very honored. I've been with the county for 34 years, and I've seen many people come and go. I've seen many changes in our office, changes in tax laws from Measures 5 and 50, changes in the way we process our work. And I was also fortunate to witness great leadership year after year. My two predecessors, Bob Broman and Ray Erland, were excellent assessors and role models. They believed strongly in public service and their own accountability. Their examples and mentoring were great foundations for me as I grew through my career in the assessor's office. I'm so fortunate as well to be surrounded by a great staff and really good people throughout the county. I intend on maintaining the strong relationships I've developed through the years and continue to build new ones. Clackamas County really is a great place to live, and it's also a great place to work. I've always loved my job in the assessor's office. Looking forward, I'm honored to help lead our department into the future, and 3 areas that I'll focus on are first, confidence and accountability. I'll continue the practice in our office of working to establish trust and credibility so citizens have confidence in their property tax system. Second, efficiency and accuracy. We'll continue to take positive steps forward in facilitating our work processes and continuing to seek solutions with efficiency and fiscal responsibility. And third, customer service and reliability. We have a long-standing reputation for providing outstanding customer service. I'm committed to maintaining and cultivating that culture in our department. I'd also like to touch on one of my top priorities beginning this year, which is integrating our GIS mapping system with our appraisal database using advanced aerial imagery. With our county growing so rapidly, it's essential that we embrace new technologies. In closing, I'm excited about the opportunities and the challenges ahead, and I will work diligently to maintain the continuity and success of our office. The assessor's role is important, and I take this responsibility very seriously. Thank you.
And our newly elected treasurer, Brian Nava. Okay, please raise your right hand and repeat this after me. I, Brian Nava,
I, Brian Nava,
have been duly elected
to
the office of Clackamas County Treasurer,
the office of Clackamas County Treasurer,
do solemnly swear
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
I will faithfully and honorably perform the duties
of
Clackamas County Treasurer
Clackamas County Treasurer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. The treasurer usually doesn't get much opportunity to speak, and with all these people, I'm a little nervous. Told Tami it was me having a heart attack, not her. Anyhow, thank you, Judge Brisbin. As some of you may know, I'm the Clackamas County Internal Auditor, and one of the first audits I did here was over at the Justice Court, and I like to think that the audit was successful and that Judge Brisbin and I have been friends ever since, so it's a great honor to have her presiding over this ceremony. I'd also like to congratulate my fellow elected officials, Commissioner Savas, Commissioner Fischer, Tami and Sherry as well. What a great honor to be and good company to be in with them in this ceremony. I want to also acknowledge my predecessor, trusted mentor, colleague, and most importantly, my friend Sherry Anderson. She served as Clackamas County Treasurer for 20 years. Sherry was and will continue to be a wealth of information for me. I was texting her today, as a matter of fact, with questions about the office, and she's provided nothing but valuable guidance and useful insight during my time here. Without Sherry's leadership and mentoring, I can definitely say I would not be here today. I am truly thankful for everything you have done, Sherry. Thank you very much. A little bit about myself. I went to Linfield College. After graduating from Linfield, I went to the Secretary of State Audits Division, where I was there for about 12 years, and then I came here as the county's first internal auditor about 3.5 years ago. For those of you that don't know, I also have a few side hobbies, and I see some of my fellow Rotarians here today, Chamber of Commerce personnel. I also referee basketball, umpire softball, and for the last 10 years I've been a volunteer firefighter. So I'm a little bit experienced in putting out actual fires as well as financial fires when they come up. But anything I do here at Clackamas County couldn't be done without the love and support of my family and friends who are here today. Without them, today would not have been possible. I was trying to think of a little anecdote or story. I saw Commissioner Savas had about 16 pages, so I was not going to try and go too long in his speech. That's a joke. I don't think he has 16. We were joking about it this morning. There was a keynote speaker at one of the, if you're in accounting, you know you have to do quite a bit of training. And it was last spring, and they talked about a canoe and that, you know, you can't go forward unless everybody's paddling. And I think one of the things that got me here today is all the families and friends and colleagues and mentors that I see in this room that have helped me, paddle that boat. Sometimes they held the big paddle. Sometimes I had the big paddle, but we're all paddling in the same direction. I mean, I know my dad's here. He would probably say he actually held a paddle when I was a kid to get me in the right direction. But nevertheless, we've made it. I know my mom went back to school and became a nurse, just showed how perseverance and family you can get there. I always joke because my in-laws are here, and they've been somewhat like a shelter. My wife and I both work, and so we've dropped off babies with bottles and diapers and said, here you go, we got to go to work, we'll see you later. And they've been awesome at picking up the slack when we've needed the help. They even picked up our kids today to get them here on time because we were both working. And of course, all the other friends and family, I thank that so much. I saw the Clerks this morning as well. We had our wedding at their house in Oregon City, and the tarp was blown away like some of your guys' were probably today or yesterday this weekend, and they put down a tractor to hold it down so that we could have some shade for our wedding. But I think most importantly, getting back to my canoe that I left in my story a little bit, is probably, when you're traveling through life and everybody's paddling, and I know I sometimes paddle a little too fast. You always have my wife there who's supported me through everything. She's really been the rudder in that ship, putting us in the right direction, making sure that if I'm going too fast, we're avoiding those rocks and those boulders. And I love you so much, and I really appreciate everything you've done. And we've been together since college, so she's seen me through thick and thin for sure. So I'm honored to stand before you here today as the Clackamas County Treasurer. Having worked in the office for the past several years, I am intimately familiar with the workings and the importance of the office. I want to assure you you are served by dedicated and hardworking staff in the Treasurer's office. We are small there, but we are very mighty, and we get a lot done for the Treasurer's office. I look forward to serving the people of Clackamas County with dignity, integrity, and excellence. I will continue the foundation that Sherry's laid in ensuring prudent investing, great cash controls, transparency, accountability, as well as working to increase electronic payments and create a plan to try and increase the internal audit staff as well. Once again, thank you everyone for being here tonight. This is an incredible turnout. And thanks to the citizens of Clackamas County for putting their trust into me. I am truly, truly honored, more than you guys will probably know. Thank you very much.
Paul Savas. Okay, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Paul Savas,
I, Paul Savas,
having been duly elected to the office of Clackamas County Commissioner,
to the office of Clackamas County Commissioner,
Position 2,
Position 2,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
I will faithfully and honorably
I will faithfully and honorably
perform the duties of Clackamas County Commissioner
perform the duties of Clackamas County Commissioner
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations. a quick photo?
As I told Brian this morning, I did cut it down from 20 pages to 4. I do want to say, first of all, that it was great to work with my colleagues here all during the election, with Sherry, with Tami, with Brian, with Sonya. When you're on the campaign trail, you go through a lot of stress, you go through a lot of personal times, and it's just nice and comforting to have some good people and all the other people on the campaign, my campaign people who helped me, my supporters who also helped me, and the great people in this county. So, as I jokingly said today, I'm renewing my vows, and really that's, in a sense, when I go back and look at my last speech and the one prior to that, it's really the same theme. So I'll start out by reading this, and I'll try to smile a little bit and loosen up, but here I go. So first of all, I want to thank my supporters and the voters of Clackamas County for the privilege and the honor of serving the citizens of Clackamas County. I want to thank my family, for their patience and their sacrifice. It is my belief that we are elected to office to research, validate, oversee, and verify that public dollars are spent wisely. We must do that in a way that responsibly manages the business of the county. Some key accomplishments over these last 4 years includes the progress on our strategic plan. Phase 1 of the Sunrise Expressway is now complete. The wastewater treatment plant expansion is underway to meet growth demands, and our pilot project for the veteran shelter already has success in transitioning homeless veterans into permanent housing. So many thanks to everyone who helped make this a reality. Over the last 8 years, I have learned and have grown to appreciate the facets of governing at the county level. Leveraging that knowledge and experience will prove invaluable in overcoming the difficult challenges facing our county. And we have tremendous challenges ahead. Therefore, collaboration and teamwork and ingenuity will be critical to our success. One of those challenges is our growing population. Due to the lack of housing to meet growth demands, the cost of living, particularly rents, are at historic highs. Not to mention our transportation system is woefully undersized. What is at risk is our quality of life. Clackamas County is a mixture of suburban and rural living, and we have beautiful countryside, pristine rivers, well-established neighborhoods with valued tree canopies and watersheds that are the envy of metropolitan city dwellers. Also of value are the great citizens of this county, multi-generational families and relationships and people that make the fabric and the personality of Clackamas so unique. We have all the ingredients for a quality of life and a style of living that symbolizes what the American dream is all about. Choice, home ownership, great schools, recreation, clean air, and clean water. However, there is a plan that puts our future at risk. The Metro 2040 plan, in my opinion, this plan is flawed and is failing to many citizens, our families, and our county in this region. It calls for Portland-style metropolitan designs that impose higher densities, more high-rise apartments, and would threaten to replace many of our cherished suburban neighborhoods and homes in Clackamas County. We currently rank second in the nation in the homeless crisis, rank one of the highest in increase in rents, and one of the worst regions in the nation when it comes to traffic congestion. Young families are moving out of the region to find housing while they commute into town every day. Those are outcomes we cannot afford. I, for one, am not prepared to succumb to these outcomes for Clackamas County. It is time to stand up for the values we share and tell the regional planners to go back to the drawing board and get it right. In this recent campaign for re-election, as in past elections, I went door to door asking citizens what was on their minds. The top issue was the concern that the Clackamas County they know and love would develop like and into the metropolitan city just to our north. Many of those conversations took place in suburban neighborhoods on their doorsteps, and particularly, I want to make this perfectly clear, in the last 2 campaigns, I have not gone door to door in the unincorporated area of Oak Grove where I live, or Jenny's Lodge. This part I actually spent on the northern border of Happy Valley and primarily Milwaukee. I went door to door in those 2 cities. The issue that's before us is that people cherish the neighborhoods they live in. This is not about an urban-rural divide. It is about a preference for suburban and rural life with a strong distaste for metropolitan-style development. When we watch the news or read the newspaper, it is often dominated with the crime and the problems plaguing Portland. As one Clackamas County resident articulated on their doorstep, Commissioner, I moved out of Multnomah County to get away from that. Do not allow that to happen here. One of my priorities for 2019 and beyond is to preserve the neighborhoods and communities that are cherished by the residents of the Clackamas County, and I'll do that to the best of my ability. That said, I will need your help, and that will include outreach and involvement to and from interested citizens that are active and want to get involved. I want to know what is happening on your street and in your neighborhood. Stay tuned or call my office for more information. As for growth, and we all face this problem, we can't ignore it, we must look to the Sunrise Corridor. It is within the urban growth boundary where there are hundreds of acres of available land for housing and jobs. It has been and remains a priority for this county, yet no real progress has occurred since phase 1 of the Sunrise was completed just 2 years ago. This must be our #1 high priority on our agenda. Lastly, as I say often, as I shared with you 4 years ago and 4 years before that, whether through the work in the community, my elected roles on special districts, or as a business owner, I remembered the power of teamwork. The unselfish commitment working towards a common goal. I enjoyed that immensely, and that teamwork accomplished a great deal over time. Those experiences are reminders that with a positive attitude, a constructive-minded board, we can build a team and we can lead this county towards a brighter future. I'm committed to serving the citizens of this county as effectively as I can, and I will work as hard and long as it takes to build a bright and prosperous future for this county. I do want to take a moment to smile, a little bit of levity, and say, you know, there is so much value in going door to door, and there's so much value in talking to the citizens of this county, people who aren't political, who don't expect you to knock on their door and to learn what's on their minds. And I am honored to be elected once again for my 3rd term and to help represent what's on their minds. And I appreciate, I respect my commissioners to the north in Multnomah County or the city of Portland, but we have to value and honor what people moved here for, what they live here for, and our quality of life. And I put that first. We're here to represent them, and I really want to make sure that we maintain our quality of life here in Clackamas County. So thank you for the opportunity.
Sonya Fischer. Okay, please raise your right hand. I, Sonya Fischer,
I, Sonya Fischer,
having been duly elected
having been duly elected
to the office of Clackamas County Commissioner,
to the office of Clackamas County Commissioner,
Position 5,
Position 5,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
I will faithfully and honorably
I will faithfully and honorably
perform the duties
perform the duties
of Clackamas County Commissioner, Position 5,
of Clackamas County Commissioner, Position 5,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, quick photo.
Wow, what an honor it is to be here tonight. Looking out at all of you, thinking about each and every one of you caring and being committed to Clackamas County. We each have our stories. We each have our journey that has brought us here tonight. And I would say it's because each of us cares. We care, and Commissioner Savas did such a wonderful job talking about the value of quality of life, quality of community, That's why we're here. That's what we care about. That's what we promote. That's what we protect and preserve. I've been thinking a lot over the last, I'd say 4 days, about my journey over the last 2 years as serving as your Clackamas County Commissioner. And before me are all these faces, these amazing people that I've met on this journey. I think about Christine out in the Beaver Creek hamlet, who's so concerned about the topography of landslides, of what are we going to do. We have the concern about climate change, natural disasters. As Clackamas County Commissioners, we can't fix everything, but what we can do is listen, care, and connect. For Christine, we set up a meeting with Senator Ron Wyden's staff for her to share her concerns and her concerns about disaster, and that was good. It's good to feel listened and cared about. I think about Gary, a gentleman I met outside of the Clackamas Services Center, and for those of you who don't know what that is an area right off of 82nd Avenue that serves our homeless population. He sat with me and shared his struggles and how he doesn't even have identification to connect himself with certain types of official services in our community. In connecting with our staff and in connecting with Deborah Mason, who runs the center, we know that Gary is being looked after and cared about. I think about Mike. Mike, who is blind, came to talk with me. He's been an advocate for people with disabilities with this pretty amazing idea about electric charging stations for people that use wheelchairs and scooters that need to be electrically charged. We have those electric charging stations. We started in Barton Park, and now we have them throughout Clackamas County, and other jurisdictions like Happy Valley are also putting these electric charging stations throughout Clackamas County. I think about a gentleman that I met named Kevin. I met Kevin at Fort Kennedy. Kevin is a veteran. I went to talk with him to get a first-hand look of what do we need to do for our veterans. Is the Veterans Village the right approach? How can we best serve these most honored citizens? And he just looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, I just need a place to live. Well, thanks to the hard work of this team, we now have a transitional shelter that is housing our veterans who are homeless. And I have to say, it's because we as a commission, we listen, we care, and we connect. There are countless stories that I could talk about because these faces just keep coming before my mind. But this is what we are. We are community. We care in Clackamas County. We care as your commissioners. We care as as the staff, and we care deeply about the residents. Because, as Commissioner Savas so eloquently stated, we care about quality. We care about our quality of life. So, where are we going in the next 4 years? It looks like almost like a vast ocean of immense possibilities. When I think about Clackamas County, I think about a puzzle. And if you look at the map of Clackamas County, you can see that there is vast diversity. There is vast diversity within our topography, within our communities, within our urban and our rural areas. There is a jigsaw puzzle, and there's vast diversity of people and concerns and stakeholders and what people care about and what they hold true. When every piece of that puzzle is seen and visualized, we are all connected together and working towards our common future. That is really our goal. First and foremost, as Commissioner Savas so stated, we have to deal with growth. We need to look at our housing and our homelessness crisis, and we are doing that. And do you know why we're doing it and how we're doing it? We're doing it by connecting with the people of Clackamas County, hearing their voices, and developing a comprehensive strategy. People say the Metro Housing Bond just passed, as you all know. We are the most well-positioned county in the region to execute, and we're there because of our conversations, our commitment, and that we care. So, for the next 4 years, it's going to be quite the journey. I so appreciate my fellow commissioners. I know that we have 3 of our commissioners that are going to be running again they're going to be on the ballot in 2 years, and please, please, please vote for them. Vote for Chair Bernard, vote for Commissioner Schrader, vote for Commissioner Humberston, because we are an amazing team, and it's together that we are able to accomplish so much. I want to say thank you to my precious family, to my husband, my mother-in-law who's here. I want to say thank you to my children, and I want to say a special thank you to my daughter, Christine, who I heard just a little bit ago. Her caregiver, Dowlett, is here with her. Christine is my 33-year-old daughter with significant disabilities. She is my compass. She is my light. She is the vision. She creates the vision of why I wake up every morning. Because it's when we care about each and every one of us, each of us that lives in our community, that we create the most beautiful landscape. So with that, I say thank you. I'm honored to serve. Thank you.
Thank you for attending the swearing-in ceremony this evening. This concludes our presentation and the ceremony. I'd like to invite the elected officials back up for more photographs, and everyone else, please enjoy some refreshments in the back. Thank you.